Good morning. Happy Friday to everyone. A little bit of an early session this morning to get our Friday started off with some fun trivia and contest. I'll give a few minutes for people to join this morning. And those of you that are on now, if you could give me a thumbs up. The audio is good. I tested it out. I think it is working just fine. Give a couple of announcements while we wait for people to show up, and then we will get started. Might be an opportunity for those of you that are joining to win some puzzles and make some progress against some of our point getters if none of them show up for this early morning session this morning. Curious how everyone's quarantine and lockdown is going in different states across the U.S. Some of the states have done lockdowns. Other states, like ours, Missouri, is leaving it up to the counties and cities to do their own lockdown rules. But we have been, for the most part, at home since Sunday, since we got back from Florida. Chris has had to make a trip or two for medications and food, groceries, essentials. And then yesterday we had to move our RV from the city street parking that we had here near our house out to the country to a lot that we have on my parents' place. And surprisingly, the traffic still seemed to be fairly heavy. And another thing we noticed is there's tons of people outside walking. So it's interesting. We don't normally see as many people outside walking as we're seeing now, which is kind of funny. I guess if you're not quarantined, you stay in your house. When you are quarantined, you get out and walk. We thought that was a little interesting. All right, another announcement we have coming up on Sunday. We have another video premiere this Sunday. So at 8 p.m. Central, we're going to be releasing our next video. It's going to be on Elevated Mountain Distillery. If you haven't already set a reminder to our channel, it's really easy to do. From our channel page, there's just a little notification bell there. You want to make sure you clicked it and you select all notifications. That way, anytime we have a premiere, we have a live session, or we post a video, you will be notified that we have done so. We would appreciate that very much. This video that we're going to be doing Sunday on Elevated Mountain Distillery is kind of a tour and interview of the distillery, and also a nice boondocking spot in Maggie Valley, North Carolina. I think you'll enjoy it. They've got really good root beer moonshine there. Let's see, what else can we talk about while we wait for some others to join. A week from Sunday, our next video after that will be a video from a bike night session that we did in Leesburg, Gator Harley. So one of the first videos from our Florida winter trip this year will be this bike night that we went to a few days after we got to Bushnell, Florida. And they had slow races there, which were pretty cool. We'd never been to one before, so it was new to us. Basically, slow races on the motorcycles are kind of set up. You got about 150 feet, maybe 2 lanes. 2 bikes get up there and they race each other, but the concept is to go the slowest without touching your feet to the ground. So anybody that touches their feet to the ground or goes out of their lane is disqualified, and then the winner of each race moves on in kind of a bracketed format. And then the other competition that we saw there was the wiener bike competition, and it's pretty interesting. You'll have to tune in and see what that is. There were also 2 other competitions that we didn't stick around for: the loudest pipes and the loudest radio. So we also really appreciate everyone's support. We're actually about 70 away from the 1K milestone now, so we thank you so much for your support. So I'm not sure, it's only showing that I have only 1 viewer at this moment, so I don't really want to dive in and start. unless that person really wants to play, we can play a couple games. Otherwise, maybe we'll talk about some other topics, or if you would like to come on and promote your channel, this channel will stay on our channel for viewers to watch as well. Another topic we've been talking about lately is our podcast series, so you can view any of our podcasts from our webpage. Our podcasts are typically focused on charities or organizations that are paying it forward, doing good for others. Now's a great time to get involved in some type of charitable cause. I'm sure there's lots of organizations looking for people to brave getting involved at this point, being safe, but getting involved and helping among all of the fear that's going on out there. So still looking for a thumbs up on the audio, or a thumbs up if people want to go ahead and play the game. We've got a small crowd, but it may give those of you that are here the opportunity to gain some points. Hello, meant to be RVing. I know you guys are playing a bit. Can you hear me okay? And we will go ahead and get into a game and see if it goes well. I know we've got a small crowd because it's earlier in the morning, and we usually do these in the evening. But it'll give a chance for some of you to make some headway and catch up with some of the other the channels that might have participated a little bit more. So let me get one here. All right, so we're going to do this puzzle to start off. And we'll give a hint right away to help since we've got a smaller crowd. This is sport related. Sport related is the category for this puzzle. More specifically, it is a sports team in the western region of the United States. And the next clue would be it's a NBA. It's an NBA team in the western region of the United States is what we're looking for here. Anyone? It's an easy one. It's an easy 10 points. Henry does it. Utah Jazz. I didn't know you were there. I figured it was going to be too early for you. You were being so quiet. All right, we'll go to the next puzzle. Next puzzle is up. This is something that you might do from some time ago, maybe. I mean, you still kind of do it today, but it's not the same as it was originally. Today they consider it more of a stream. I totally understand meant to be RVing. I'll be working here shortly as well, so sometimes I listen on the lives, or sometimes I just chat and I can't even listen because I'm on a conference call. So totally understand. We've got a few more people in the room right now. We're just getting going on Madgab, this second puzzle. This is a thing, something you might do. It's very popular probably in the 80s and 90s. Specifically the 90s probably really exploded. And then the main company where you would do this at went bankrupt. You used to be able to see their stores all over the place. What's something you might do? Rent a video. That is the correct answer. Henry does it's going to extend their point lead this morning. Here's our next puzzle. Next puzzle is up. You want to sound it out? If you're new to the room, you just basically read through real fast, read it slow, read it in different ways to try to understand what we're saying here. This is a place. This is a place, and if you get the answer correctly, chat it in, typed in, commented in, and you're the first one to comment in with the correct spelling, it's 10 points, and those points add up to be worth $100 if you're the top point getter for the month. We'll announce that on the last session that we do on March 31st. And then second place is 50, third place is 25. And if everybody has a good time this month, we might repeat it, may add some twist to it next month. We're looking for a place here, a city and state. City and state. Again, we're in the western region of the U.S. For the answer here that we're looking for, a city and state in the western region of the U.S. The way you would sound this out is basically say the first two words and the first letter of that third word all together, and then say the second half of that third word and the last word all together for the state. Henry does it. You might be the only one that's actively listening and able to play. A lot of people might be doing like meant to be RVing and tuned in but not able to get the answer. That is correct. Eugene, Oregon. That is the correct answer. You have a video going up today, Jessica? Hold on just a second. I gotta clear my throat. I don't want to blow everybody's ears out here. Posh Cats Camping. Thanks for coming in. How are things in your country this morning? You guys are in the UK, correct? Oh, you do? That'll be your first live, right? Henry does it? Very first live at 6. Is that 6 Mountain Time? 6 Central, 6 Eastern? What time will you be live? 6 Mountain, so that'll be 7 Central, and we're going live at 8 Central. So basically, they can tune in for your live and then jump on over to our live, depending on how long you stay live. That would be cool. All right, we'll do our next puzzle here. This was a movie. Yeah, I saw that Prince Charles tested positive yesterday, and I also saw I think that there's a fairly substantial lockdown, and hopefully they're cooperating more in your area that they are in my area. I'm not sure how some of the states that have been hit harder, like California, Washington, New York, how people are honoring the stay-at-home shelter, but around here, you can see the restaurants are closed, the grocery stores have less people in their parking lot, but there's still a lot of people out on the roads, which was somewhat surprising. So we're looking for a movie here. I believe this, unless I'm mistaken, this movie might have had. Well, I don't want to give the clue if it's wrong. I'll look it up. I was correct. It did have Tom Cruise in it. Tom Cruise movie. It also had Brad Pitt and Christian Slater in it. Interview with a Vampire is the correct answer. Henry does it sweeping this morning with a smaller crowd, even though it's early for her. All right, we'll jump right into the next puzzle here. One of my favorite things, if I can hold the card still here. And if anybody has any creative tips of what they might be doing this weekend, sheltered in, I know one of the things that, a couple things we're doing. One thing I'm doing this weekend is the fun joy of tax returns. Good morning, Rhonda D. It appears that a few of us in here today are able to kind of listen in, but not able to chat or play the game, but no worries. This is the thing that we're looking for here. This is an item that you'd find in your house. So I'll be doing taxes and also, some organization around the house, but mainly finishing up the taxes this weekend. I think the fact that we're not going anywhere, I'll be able to pretty much get those done on Saturday and Sunday, I think. Um, Chris will be working on some, what are the ancestry stuff. So she's going to pull out some of her family history stuff and start working on ancestry things. So that should be exciting. And I may also do some of that on my family side once I'm done with the taxes. Learn some new things and maybe add some value to what's tracked online. My uncle has done quite a bit on my mom's side. I think another uncle on my dad's side had done a little bit on my dad's side, but I'm not sure exactly how much has been done. Okay, we're looking for an item that's in the bedroom here, is what we're looking for. An item that's in the bedroom. Christina gets that. Okay, let's go on to another puzzle. And if anybody, we can also do some music trivia if anybody's interested. Give me a thumbs up if you want some music trivia instead of the Madgab games. Otherwise, we'll continue on with some of the Madgab games this morning. This is something. This is a thing. A request, I guess, is what you would call this. It's pretty fitting for what we're focused on right now in many countries and many areas. Doctor's orders. That is correct. Doctor's orders. Posh Cat's camping just behind Christina there. Get these points in. We'll go on right to another puzzle. Before I do that, let me put I'll put this video up there. Once you're finished with the live this morning, we had a recent video that we're pretty happy about, which is the Pawhuska, Oklahoma, a video that we did on the Pioneer Mercantile. If those of you are familiar with the Pioneer Woman, so we tasted a lot of food and we give a kind of give our opinion on whether it is fantastic or not so good. The next one is it's a thing, but it was also a song. And Christina says her points don't count because she's my wife. What we plan on doing there, what I'm planning on doing there, I haven't really announced this, but my daughter is playing, and she's actually doing really well. Chris is playing, but she's not in the top three. If any of the family members are in a top three, we're going to basically double that item. So instead of just giving them the prize, we're gonna basically give them a prize and then also give someone else the same exact prize. Islands in the stream, plural, is the correct answer, and it looks like Rhonda might have just destroyed her keyboard with her hand washing wet hands and got the correct answer. Islands in the stream. Good job. Yes, it was a Kenny and Dolly song. It was a great one, and Kenny just left us, unfortunately. That was sad. That was sad, but I can't remember. He was. Do you remember how old he was, Chris? Rhonda D gets the points there. I think it was something like 80, 87, 82, 87, somewhere in there. Maybe more, maybe 81. There we go. Next puzzle is up. It's a thing, I guess. That's a little young to be going to a concert by herself. 6 months. I assume you took her. I know you took her. This is an item. You'll have to look up for it, I guess. Look up in the air for it. I'm not sure if it's referring to something different. I'll look up and see if this has a different meaning besides just a simple saying. Go ahead and put your guess in. It's something that you might need to look up to see. Actually, it looks like it's another movie, and it looks like it's another Tom Cruise movie as well. I was not familiar with this one. Vanilla Sky. That is correct, Posh Cats. Vanilla Sky. Posh Cats, I think that's your first one. You're on the board. I thought you had gotten one before. Make sure I don't miss it there. Is that your first one? Let's go on to the next one. Let's see here. Let's go with this one. Might be a little harder, but we'll go ahead and give it a try. This is a place. Some might say it's a fictional place. Others might definitely believe that it was a real place. The Garden of Eden, that is correct. And the points for Henry does it. We're going to have another session this evening at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Usually the evening sessions are a little more well attended, but we got a little bit of a group in here today. Thanks for coming in this morning. Say this one really fast. You might be able to get it pretty easily. A song or a fairy tale. What do they call these? The children's songs, or I can't think of the name of what they're referred to. But I know I did plenty of singing it when I was a kid. That's close. We're looking for exact phrase. There's one thing missing in your answer. Nursery rhyme. That's exactly right. That's what I was thinking. Something like that. I don't know if this applies to that, or it was just a children's song. Rhonda D, you're close. You just need one letter missing in yours. Good morning, Bob at Blue Wave. And Blue Wave steals it away from Rhonda. She had who afraid of the big bad wolf, but it's who's afraid of the big bad wolf. Blue Wave comes in and wins off the bat. You like to jump in and make your presence known, Bob. Bob had a unscheduled live yesterday. If you haven't been to Blue Wave Odyssey, his lives are always fun. He does a lot of different puzzles. One of the first things he did that really got me kind of addicted to his channel was he has channels or people that are watching his lives and are connected to his community, send in pictures, and he posts those pictures up for everybody to identify. So it helps people get to know each other because the only way you're going to know the answer if you went and looked at some of these different channels or communicated with these people, and it really gets people playing and talking. So I kind of got planted the idea for us to start doing our lives and then eventually start doing a game like we're doing this month. All right, so it's about time now. It's about time now is here, and we've got another puzzle up. Those channels with someone named Brad are always my favorite channels because guys named Brad are always the coolest guys you'll meet. Walk like an Egyptian. That is correct, and it's spelled correctly. Rhonda, that one's yours. We had this the other night on the music trivia portion. So let me get Rhonda's points down. Hello, artist on the road. Good to see you. Haven't seen you on the last couple, so your nemesis, Lucky Dog, pulled ahead of you a little bit, but you're still in third place, actually. So good job on that. All right, here we go. Next puzzle. Hey, Jody, JC Journey, thanks for coming in. I'm getting a bit of a crowd coming in now. The game getting more answers. This is something you might say about somebody. Yeah, I know the feeling, artist on the road. My work hasn't been super busy this week, but I did have a couple of things I needed to accomplish, and then today is a pretty busy day for me. This is something you might say about somebody. Referring to that they're crazy or they're wrong. This guy's off his rocker. Artist on the road gets it. Artist on the road. You hit the 500 point mark. All right, let's go right into the next puzzle. This should be a quick one. Should be quick. I always say that my daughter has this kind of smile. She's got a beautiful smile. Artist on the Road looks to be first on this one as well, just beating Blue Wave Odyssey. Yeah, they're quick. They're quick. That's why they're up there in second place. And they only attended a few sessions, and they got a lot of points on the sessions that they attended. This is something that would be a good thing right now if you're married. Actually, not right now, always. Something you might say at a very important event in your life. Artist on the Road, 3 in a row. Yeah. Yeah, that we had one of the sessions we had Artist on the Road, Lucky Dog, and Henry Does It in, and that was one of the funnest sessions because there was no clues necessary. No clues necessary. They were getting them very quickly. Let's go with this one. This I'm not going to give any clues. I'm going to let this one sit there for a while since we've got some good players in the room. Good morning. Probably MJ from Endless RVing. And wow, I love it when somebody comes in new and they just absolutely nail the question. So good job, NJ. 10 points for Endless RVing. Let's get to the next one right away here. Let's see here. This is a good thing for helping play these games in the morning. When people are typing in wrong spellings, they usually blame not having this. Folgers Coffee, Artist on the Road. I'm not sure about the Folgers part, but get those points in for Artist on the Road. And if anybody wants to, if anybody's interested in throwing in a couple of music trivia during this session, I can do that as well. But we're having fun with the games here. If you want to give a thumbs up, if you want to switch to a couple music trivia questions before we end here in about 25 minutes, we can do that as well. Next puzzle. See if anybody gets this one without a hint. And yes, please dim the lights is correct. Henry Does It. She never needs a hint. Never ever. Except to clean her room when she was 13 or 14 years old, or 15 or 16 or 17. I know I'm not supposed to pick on you, but how else can I have fun? or 33. The last few times I've been to your place, it's been pretty clean, Jessica. You're doing a great job. Great mom, great wife, great daughter. Wilson Phillips. That is correct. And it looks like Artist on the Road gets that one. Next puzzle's up. Something you might sing on a happy day. Zippity doo dah. Artist on the Road. Yeah, I don't. That one's interesting. Nobody's got the spelling exact right. You're the closest Artist on the Road. We're gonna avoid the spelling on this one because it's kind of a thing that we might sing and nobody might know how to spell that unless they look it up. So we're going to give it to you. But I will show the correct spelling just so people know for future reference. Correct spelling, zip a dee doo dah. There we go. Let's see. Actually, let me go back and check. I missed you, MJ. You did get that one first. Let me go back. Is there another one that you might have gotten first that I missed? Because I do make mistakes. So I do see you first on that one. My bad. So Endless RVing got it first. Nope, you're not lagging. You are right. I just missed it. Sometimes the chat pops in all at once there. So I got your points down for that one. I trust you. So let me go ahead and give you points for both of those. And I will pay closer attention. And obviously, anybody that sees that, call me out. If you see it wrong on your screen, I've got two screens up here and I try to validate it, but sometimes it gets going fast and I'll miss one. Let's go ahead and go to the next puzzle. Thanks for pointing that out, MJ. Yeah, I think Bob's saying there if you're falling behind, you might be watching and you might be falling behind. You have to make sure by sliding that red bar all the way over that you're caught up. Make sure you're real time, because the chat will keep coming up real time even if the video is back, I believe. So temporary job. I see it as blue wave on this screen and blue wave on this screen. Anybody else see it differently? I see, oh, wait a second. He spelled it wrong. That's why you said ARG. So temporary job goes to Henry Does It, who was right behind him. That's how I see it. Hopefully everybody sees it that way. Henry Does It. All right. Next puzzle's up. I'm done giving hints because we've got some really good players in the room now. And we have about 20 minutes left. Make sure you support each other's channels and feel free, if you're doing any lives or you have a premiere video or a video that you want to comment about, feel free to comment about it in the chat. No worries. Elizabeth Hurley. And the way I see it is Poshcats. Poshcats has got the correct spelling, and they are first on both of my screens with the correct spelling. She was huge not too long ago. Huge, popular. Well, I guess it was probably in the 90s, right? Hey, Sunshine Cooper, thanks for coming in. Good to see you. I get Poshcats down here. Move on to the next puzzle. Somebody might have been able to refer to me as one of these back in the day. Maybe a few others of you in the session here that were as well. Maybe you still are. And I know Endless RVing, your lives. I know you have a live session on Thursday evenings. I think you might have a couple others throughout the week. I know you do. You do videos almost, I think, multiple times a week. Some tips and different things that you do. So feel free to shout that out as well. Let's see. He's a groupie that's close. Looking for a specific type of groupie. Make sure you read it out and don't miss something that's being pointed out there. A particular type of groupie. There you go. Blue Wave. Blue Wave gets it. You're probably still a rock groupie, aren't you, Blue Wave? Or were at one time. Oh, this one could be fun. Those are all good groups. Psychobabble? That is correct, but it's actually one whole word. I'm going to go ahead and give it to Henry Does It. Spelling was correct. It was one whole word, but we'll take it as is since nobody else came in with the correct one. All right, so that rock groupie question and some of the groups that Bob at Blue Wave were mentioning got me thinking maybe we'll go ahead and switch over and do some music trivia real quick because I've got a few pulled up here. So let's do a couple music trivia. So let's do this one. Which band released these songs? These are songs released by a specific band. The song Live Wire, Home Sweet Home, Dr. Feelgood, or Without You. They were big hair, heavy rock band. Big hair, heavy rock band. They released the song Livewire, Home Sweet Home, Dr. Feelgood, and Without You. Looks like we got a correct answer there. I'm seeing Motley Crue from Artist on the Road. Motley Crue is the correct answer. See you later. It's about time now. Have a great day. Thanks for coming in. Hopefully we'll see you tonight. Yep, me neither. There was a couple songs. I don't think I ever owned an album by Motley Crue. I was more Metallica, AC/DC, and there was a bunch of non-mainstream bands that I listened to, like Accept and uh, Dio was somewhat mainstream. Deep Purple, some of those guys, but never really got into Motley Crue. We get Artist on the Road's points there. We'll do another music trivia. Genesis. Genesis was a great band. Great band. both with Peter Gabriel and also with Phil Collins. Yeah, Deep Purple. Deep Purple was, I was really into Deep Purple for a while. All right, let's do the next one. Let's see here. Which band were known for their hits? Enter Sandman, The Unforgiven, and Wherever I May Roam. Ride the Lightning was another one. Anybody know that one? Metallica is correct. Metallica, I see Blue Wave has got it. Rhonda D was right behind. Both of them are spelled correctly, so we're in good shape. All right, we'll go back to the Madgab now, and we've got about 14 minutes left here. We'll give a points rundown at the end and talk about any upcoming sessions. We've only got one scheduled right now, but we'll be getting more on the calendar. Tonight at 8 p.m. Central Time, we'll have another 1-hour session. I have to end by 9 Central Time because our favorite TV show is on, and we'll want to watch that. Okay, let's see here. Let's go with this one. Besides taxes or ancestry, what's everybody else doing this weekend? I imagine there's plenty of us that are going to be working on video content, maybe doing some lives. We'll probably do some impromptu lives over the weekend as well. I Dream of Jeannie. You know what? It is correct, but it's spelled wrong, guys. It's not a person, Genie. It's a thing. It's a genie was a particular type of person. Her name wasn't Genie. She was a genie. Looking for a specific spelling. And look at that. It looks like JC Journey gets it. I would say they steal it, but they were the first one to put it in, and then they corrected their spelling. I Dream of Jeannie. Genie is the correct spelling. Good job, Jody. All right, next puzzle coming up. I'm not going to make any comments about this. Very controversial topic, just like any political topic. There we go. Jody gets it as well. And we'll just move on from that one. I'm not going to give any opinions. Some love, some hate. Some just don't care. Here we go. Oh, I just saw some of the comments around I Dream of Jeannie. I gotta tell you, yeah. I was more in the Blue Wave camp. She was kind of one of my first crushes. No parking zone. No parking zone. I see Henry does it on both screens here, so I think we're good. All right, here we go. Next puzzle. Movers and shakers. That's the correct answer. And Jody's saying he's finally waking up. He's on the West Coast. Welcome. A lot of we were in Florida, so a lot of the lives we attend and a lot of the people we get on our lives are typically from the East Coast and that Eastern time zone. So it's good to have you. I work primarily in the Western time zone, so and we'll be spending quite a bit of time once this is all over in the Western time zone. Plan right now is to be out west June, July, August, and then we're not sure after that. We're going to come back, bring our grandkids back at the end of July, and then decide whether we're going to go back out west or whether we're going to hang around here and maybe get down to the Mayberry meetup, ride motorcycles over to it. I think it's all full. If you're interested in a meetup in the Tennessee area, um, Blue Wave Odyssey or Camper Life or New Horizons, those three channels that can give you more information on that. I think the RV park where that is going on may be sold out, but there's going to be like 30 different channels there, so it's going to be a pretty cool time for sure. Let's go with this one. Oh, okay, cool. Bob just corrected me and said that the actual park's not full, so you can still get into the park. So once our plans change so much, I'm just not sure whether we're going back out west or we're going that way, and we're kind of waiting for this to play out. But as soon as we know, we're either going to book that or we're going to book something nearby and then ride our motorcycles over. We would love to be there with everybody. We haven't done a meetup yet. Paula Abdul, Jody is right. JC's journey has woken up. Thanks everyone for joining this morning. So it helps start my morning off in a fun way before I got to go do my thing. I got to put in almost a full 8 hours today. Poor me, right? I've been very fortunate to be able to work from home for 20 plus years, and in the software sales space, you get some freedoms. So you're not always putting in 8 hours a day, but sometimes you're working on the weekend. A lot of travel, usually, not so much travel right now. Let's see what we got here. I'm gonna I'm gonna look for a correct spelling on Doolittle. Doctor's fine either way that it's spelled there, but Doolittle either is wrong on this card or you guys are wrong. I'm gonna Google it just to make sure that this card isn't wrong. Nope, the card's not wrong. We're looking for a new spelling there. The spellings you guys have are incorrect. Henry does it, gets it. It's just one O, believe it or not. I would have spelled it with two O's as well. And I think I show Henry does it on both my screens. Yeah, I imagine if I was playing, I probably would have spelled it that way as well. All right, 6 minutes left. We'll do a couple more puzzles. Bye, Rhonda. Everybody say bye, Rhonda. Thanks for playing, Rhonda. Maybe we'll see you tonight. If not, have a wonderful weekend. Hopefully, we catch you on a live somewhere over the weekend. Artist on the road gets it. Wake up to the facts. Problem is, so much misinformation out there. It's hard to find facts these days. I've got a very extreme philosophy on facts. Very, very, very hard for something to be a fact. Mostly we see opinions and statistics can even be skewed. So you have to be careful. Just be careful what you share because a lot of times you're sharing false information or opinions, and it's easy to share an opinion we agree with, but it might not be accurate. So I love just sharing positive things on social media rather than all the things that are so divisive. We got a truth and a bet your bottom dollar. I didn't put that up there just for everybody to like say my statement was great. But thanks, Artist on the Road. Glad you agree. Bet your bottom dollar. Jody, wow. Too bad you were coming in and towards the end of the month here. You're probably going to have trouble getting into the money here in the next few days. But if we do this again next month, you should be a contender for sure. All right, we'll throw up the next one here. I'm not sure I want to be any part of this. I don't know about the rest of you, but I'm not in on this one. Three men in a tub. 3 men in a tub. Henry does it, gets it. I take showers, so I'm not into the bathtubs. Dreaming in a tub. I can see that. Yep, that would probably be a good one, but it was 3 men in a tub. All right, this will be our last puzzle, and then I'll wrap up the points. Here again, I'll just say support each other. Go to each other's channels sometime today. Say hi to the people that are on here. If you like their content, let them know you like their content, and let's keep building out this network. So let's do the last puzzle, and then I will give a rundown of the points right now, and say goodbye for now. And then remember, we're live tonight at 8 p.m. Check out all the channels that are on here and see when their scheduled lives are. See you, Bob. Have a great day. Flock of seagulls. It looks like Henry does it. Gets that one as our final puzzle. I've got a conference call I've got to get on for work here in 2 minutes. So let me wrap up the points totals again. Thank you, everyone, for joining. We'll be live again tonight at 8 p.m. Central, 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific. And the points, I'll give the top 3 getters. Henry does it is at 1,190 points. Lucky Dog, who wasn't in this session, is at 875 points. Artist on the Road, 550 points. And then let's see, we're down to 290, 260 for 4th and 5th. So long way to go for people to catch the people that are in the money. But hopefully you're having fun, as I am, and you'll come back for some more sessions. I will think about when we will have sessions, the last 4 or 5 sessions up until March 31st. And I will announce those tonight on the live. So stay tuned. Thanks again, everybody.